So that is a trick that's going to help you. Hey fam, how are you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tobi Achudume. If this is your first time here, you are so welcome. I am so excited to have you here with me. So here on this channel, we talk about topics, tips and tricks that helps us grow fearlessly to the best versions of ourselves. If you're interested in videos like that, please click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get notified when there are new videos up on this channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming again. I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as you have enjoyed the other ones. So today, what we're going to be talking about is something that I absolutely think is very important for us to talk about, and it is why you find it difficult to focus on the things that you should be focusing on. So let's get into today's video. Get a glass of your favorite drink and let's go. So there is this audio that I have come across on Instagram, and I think I have used it on Instagram as well. And one of the quotes that was said very significantly in that audio is that most people are not committed for years. They are barely committed for 5 minutes. And the quote is talking about the things that you're working on, to your goals, your purpose, your vision, all the things that you're working on, so even just work. And so as much as I want to say that this does not happen, or it happens maybe to one person out of 20 or one person out of even 10, unfortunately it does happen more often than we would like for it to happen. Even when it comes to the things that you want to do in a day, you kind of see yourself not focusing on that action, not to talk of a goal that you are scheduled to achieve by the end of 3 months, 6 months or 1 year. And a major part of achieving your goals requires that you focus on the goals that you want to achieve. If you don't focus on it, you're not going to achieve it. You're not going to do anything that you should be doing when it comes to that goal. So here are 5 reasons why you find it difficult to focus on the things that you should be focusing on. So number 1 reason is that you are tired. So a lot of us overestimate how much we can achieve when we're already tired and exhausted, and underestimate how tired our body actually is when we start to see the signs of tiredness. And one of the reasons why we do this is because we assume, or we just believe, that until you have done everything that you need to do, you cannot rest. And this is unfortunately a very bad mantra to work with as a human being or as a person generally, because you need to rest. And if you're going to be able to focus on the things that are important to you, you should be able to know when it is time for you to rest, so that you conserve your energy and go back to doing the things that are important to you. So when you tell yourself that the only time you are allowed to rest is when you have done everything that you need to do, then you are setting yourself up with unhealthy habits. The only people that are told that they cannot rest or can actually not rest are wicked people. So if you're not a wicked person, then you should be resting. And I'm very sure that you have noticed that when you are tired, you're spending more time trying to tell yourself to focus on the task at hand than actually focusing and doing the task at hand. So when you're tired, it is very difficult for you to focus on the things that you should be doing, not because they are not important anymore, but because your brain cells are tired, are exhausted. Your brain is tired, your mind is tired, and possibly your body is tired. So as much as all of the things that you need to do are important, you also need to take care of your health, and that means that you should rest when it is time for you to rest. Having a jam-packed schedule does not mean that you have had a productive day if half of the things on that schedule were not done, or they were done haphazardly and then you have to redo them the next day. So please make sure that your resting is going to help you greatly in focusing on the things that you should be focusing on. The second reason why it's difficult for you to focus is that you are multitasking. And I know that a lot of us pride ourselves in the ability to multitask. I stopped doing that a long time ago because it doesn't help. Multitasking is not helping you to be more productive or achieve more things with the list of things that you have to do. What it is doing is it is training your brain to not be focused. Because when you're trying to do 5 different things with the same one brain and one mind that you have, you are training yourself up for unfocused lifestyle. What you're telling yourself is that you need to split your focus on these 5 things, because these 5 things must be done in the space of 2 hours at the same time, and we know that that cannot happen. If you're going to be multitasking on different tasks, two things are going to happen. One, you're not going to actually complete any of these tasks. And two, if you actually complete this task, you're going to see that the jobs that were done were not great jobs and you're going to have to redo them. So trying to focus on more than one thing at a particular time increases your frustration and just stresses you the more. It does not help you. It sabotages your productivity by the day because you have not focused on anything. Trying to do so many things at the same time does not help you. It only reduces how effective you are at the end of the day. So what should you do? Stop multitasking. If you're going to have 5 different things that you need to do by the end of the day, here's a trick. Time blocking. And I talk about this more in a video where I talked about why you should not be multitasking, and I'm going to have a link here so you can check it out. So to combat multitasking, learn to time block. So that means that you know you have maybe 9 hours to accomplish your 5 different tasks. Schedule these things in time blocks. So say between 9 and 10 you're going to be doing one, between 12 and 3 you're going to be doing one, and just make sure that you have time blocks and discipline yourself to actually do the work that you're supposed to do in the time block. The third reason why it is difficult for some of us to focus on the things that we want to focus on is that what we are working on does not align with our values or does not align with the things that are actually important to us. Now, this is a very tricky and dicey one because a lot of us find ourselves in professions, jobs, businesses, or just situations that we just kind of find ourselves there because that's what we need to do to survive. That's what we need to do for our livelihood, not because we're actually passionate about these things. That is why it is a tricky one. But I'm going to share with you a trick. Doing something that you love and that you enjoy helps you to focus on that thing. So if you love to bake and you have to bake, you're going to enjoy doing it and focus on it because you actually love it and you enjoy it. But even with things that we actually enjoy and love, so things that we are passionate about, things that are in alignment with our values and our purpose, there are still tasks within those things that we do not love. For example, you can be very passionate about your business, but you don't like the admin part. And the admin part is part of your business. Does that mean you're not going to do it because you don't love it? No, you're going to do it because you actually love your business. So here's the trick I'm going to share with you. If you are in a place where you don't enjoy what you're doing and you just have to be there because you need to be there, what you need to do is find something that you love to do and do it at the start of the day. So you doing something at the start of the day that you actually love and enjoy sets you up for productivity and focus because you spend time focused on that particular task and you're happy with yourself about what you have done or accomplished that day, and that kind of just spreads into the rest of the things that you have to do. Plus, a side trick is that knowing that you need to focus on this thing to survive helps you to focus on it to survive. And if you're doing a task that you don't love in something that you love, what is going to help you is that you're going to be thinking of the fact that if you do not do this task, it is going to affect what you actually love. And you don't want to hurt what you love. So you're going to have to do it. The fourth reason why you find it difficult to focus on what you should focus on is that you are thinking of so many things. So this is not multitasking because you are not actually doing these things, but your mind is cluttered. You have so many things running through your mind that you want to do, you want to think on, you want to answer. There are so many things that you just have open tabs in your mind. And so when your mind is decluttered and full of a lot of things, maybe important or not important, it is difficult to focus on the thing that you should be focusing on in the moment that you are in. When there are so many things going on in your mind, there is no strength to focus on the thing that is important at this point. And this is why I am always talking about writing things down. If you make it an habit to write down when things come to your mind, just take it off your mind. You are helping your mind to learn the art of decluttering without you actually decluttering the mind. So have a notepad where you can just write down whatever is coming to your mind. If it is that you need to remember some of the things that you need to pick up from the grocery store, make sure that you have written it down so that you're not actually going to forget these things that you need to pick up from the grocery store. If it is ideas that you want to work with in a project, your business, write them down so that you do not forget it. And that way you are also helping your brain to release information so that you can absorb the information, absorb the information that you need to absorb with the task that you're working with presently. So write down the things that are decluttering your mind. Learn the art of decluttering, taking off things that you should not be focusing on right now. And this is also kind of tricky because sometimes we cannot tell the difference between important and urgent. I should do a video on that sometime soon. But I'm just going to say today that not everything is important and not everything has to be done right now. So write them down so that you can go back to it when it actually becomes something important for you to work on, and work on what is important right now. Yeah. And the fifth point I'm going to say is the reason why you find it difficult to focus is just plain lack of discipline. Some of us are just not disciplined. It's not that you're tired, it's not that you're multitasking or that you have so many things in your mind. It's not any of the other reasons, as much as those reasons can be the reason why you are lacking focus, which is why we have talked about it. But it could just be that you're not a disciplined person. And again, I have a video where I talk about discipline and how to be a disciplined person. I'm going to have it linked here. I'm also going to have the 2 videos that I've just talked about in the description bar. So please check them out so that you can learn and just improve your focus this year. Very important. But lack of discipline is an actual reason why a lot of us find it difficult to focus. We just want to take any advantage to not do work. We want to take that advantage and not do work. And this is not helpful. This is not it's not a good habit to have, especially as an adult. Unfortunately, being a disciplined person is not wishful thinking. It's not something that you just wake up one day and say, oh, I would like to be more disciplined. It doesn't happen like that. You actually have to do the work. That means that you have to train yourself to be disciplined. So if you have if you have a task that you have to do between 9 and 10, make sure that you are doing it between 9 and 10. For the first few times that you try to be disciplined, it's going to be very difficult. I'm not going to lie. But when you do it with time, it's like you training yourself to do things. So you learn how to cook, you learn how to bake, you learn how to work the computer. You learn these things. Discipline can also be learned. You just have to make yourself willing to learn that art of discipline, because you don't want to be the person that is not achieving anything because of the excuse of you can't focus on it, when in actual sense the reason is because you're not a disciplined person and you don't like to work. It takes a lot to get out of bed by 5 a.m. if you have things that requires you getting out of bed by 5 a.m. before you then step out to doing other people's work from 9 to 5 or whatever time you have to resume. It is discipline that helps you to do that, because you want to, as much as you're helping other people to achieve their vision or their dreams or purpose, you also want to achieve your one. And so discipline is something that everybody should work with. Everybody should have it. And so the fifth reason why you just might not be focusing is because you lack discipline. So these are 5 reasons why it is difficult for you to focus on things that you should focus on. I hope that this helps you. Please let me know in the comment section if there is any other reason that you think you have not been able to focus on tasks that you should be focusing on. I would love to see it. Also, do not forget to check out the videos that I talked about, the video on discipline and the video on writing the things that are important to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it helps you as much as the other videos have helped you. Please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, leave a comment in the comment section for me, and I'll see you in the next one. Till next time,